my Safari window. I'll start sharing my Safari window here. Let's see. There you go. So this is the look of Mercury. So beginning with, we have a stunning design that really pops out, right? First thing you see is those beautiful chairs. Of course, this is a demo website and we are using chairs right now, right? And by the end of the live stream, I really want, together with you guys, upload a new product. So you see how easy it is to manage and edit other products on your store. How does this work beginning with, right? This is, as Joe said, built with Foundation 6, Total CMS, and VibraCar Pro stocks, among other stocks that you can find in the necessary stocks list, of course. But the main ones are those, and the entire magic of this project file goes around those stocks. So as we can see here, we have like the feature products, right, that we can manage and select from our store. Nice animations. I'll actually stop in this in this section right here because it kind of gives us what Mercury can do, right? So we have, of course, the e-commerce side of it, and what you can do is sell digital and physical product, accept payments from, of course, Stripe, PayPal, and manage order, taxes, shipments. If you collect taxes, of course, you can do that. Manage discounts and yeah, manage everything from a fantastic admin area that we're going to check it out in a second. And if e-commerce with no monthly fee, it's not a good enough punchline for you, there are many other things in here, such as a review system that I know Joe is very excited to talk about, and full SEO control over your website and your product pages, right? As well as the blog, of course. Email template, and this is another cool thing that kind of goes under the hood, but it's really cool. We'll check that out in a second too. It also comes with a set of stocks. Of course, to build this project, right, you do need VibraCar Pro stocks, and those stocks have been. I've been in contact with Adrian, and as Joe said, there have been inputs from the entire community to build this project. It does feel kind of a community project because Scott definitely helped out. Actually, the idea of the project file kind of came from Scott, and Joe helped out, and Adrian helped out. So there's a lot of people involved into making this project a thing, right? And so it comes with the VibraCar Pro stocks included in the price of the project file, and you will find them in the folder when you download the project. Also, it also comes with this VibraCar to Total CMS stock built by Scott, and then with some Joe's input. And what that does, it simply moves data from VibraCar to Total CMS in the background without you having to worry about anything. And but once again, by the end of this live stream, I'm sure we're going to upload a new product, so you can see the entire system in action there. And of course, a blog, right? Because what better tools do we have to boost the SEO of our website if not a blog? So I think this is a pretty good overview of what you can do with Mercury. Now maybe we start talking about each of those sections because they're really interesting, and of course, if you have questions, put it in the chat. I'm sure Joe will be more than happy to interrupt me. I don't want this to be a monologue, honestly. I mean, you can hear me talking more than enough during our Friday Hangouts. I don't want to turn it down. Looking at the menu, here we have like the pages of obviously of these project files. There are a few extra features here, which is nice. This triggers right our cart, and as we see, there are already a couple of objects here. I can delete them just to let's start from fresh. And a nice light box that allows us to look in our entire store, right? And this is really convenient, especially if you have a bigger store with a lot of products into it. Yeah, this is really convenient, and it displays automatically all the tags and categories you applied to any project on the store. So if, let's say, I wanted to check, I don't know, only chairs, I just click here and I will be redirected to the store page, showing me only the chairs. If I wanted to look for sofas, it would show me just the sofas. So pretty nice. It's really fast, as you can see. It's really cool project. Then we have, of course, our product pages, really nice product pages. Actually, this is actually really nice. I made those lightbox just to let you know that you can go ahead and try yourself the cart feature. I'm telling you here, everything is in test mode, right? So you will be allowed to check out, enter these credit card number, which is 42, 42, 42, 42, and so on. Make up any expiration date, any CVV code, make up any number, and you can actually preview what the experience of your customer could be, right? In this product page, we have an information tab with some basic description of the product. I'm also using this description for SEO purposes. Another cool thing about the project file is that once you upload a product, it automatically generates all the SEO data, the structure data, open graph data that will allow this product and this page to be perfectly indexable from any search engine, and beautifully shareable on social media. It will automatically generate a sharing preview and so on and so forth without you having to worry about anything again. So yeah, pretty cool. We have our main image. We have our image gallery that we can click on and open in a nice light box, as you see. We have description tabs where you can enter actually the full review of the full description of your product, enter images, even download files, right? Like this is, you can enter anything here. And the review tab that we're gonna probably check out in a second. But yeah, maybe let's try to add this product to our cart and see how that works. Oh, something else interesting. We have our sharing buttons down here. So if you want to share on Facebook, Twitter, or send a link to a friend via email, you have one-click links at the bottom of the product page. So you can just click on it and it would go straight to Facebook. Pretty awesome. Yeah, let's add this to the cart. As you can see, it's automatically added. You can change the quantity. Say I want 3 of those because they're really nice. And yeah, let's go through with our purchase. Now, you can accept payments with PayPal, Stripe, and so on. Now, right now, I only have Stripe because it's very easy on Stripe to allow this test mode. So you can come in here, enter whatever email you want. I would recommend you to enter the real email, so you also get the email notification, so you can see what the automatic email would look like when it comes back to you. But for now, I'll just enter info foundationbox.studio. No? Oh boy. Oh, I see why. Yes. There you go. Nice. Let's put Davide. Let's leave Mexico. Why not? Once again, it doesn't have to be real data. Whatever. Sure. And here is where I would put the test credit card 4242. Make up any date in the future. Let's say 12/26. Why not?
Is
And
that just a
that's,
test credit card that anyone can use in VibraCart? Just curious.
yes. And
Oh,
this is
okay,
actually
cool.
a Stripe setup.
Oh, it's a
Any
Stripe setup.
test,
Okay,
yeah,
got it.
any test mode, this is a test credit card that would definitely work. If you try actually to put your own credit card, I don't think it would work. It's just how test mode in Stripe works. So yeah,
Oh, you're in
use,
test mode. My bad. I
yeah,
didn't realize that. Okay, cool.
exactly. So you just use this card, 4242. There's the light box reminding you when you walk into the store page, right? The
Got
store
it.
product page. And sure, let's pay.
I have to admit, I've never figured out the test credit card thing before, so I just always bought my own stuff.
Oh boy. Oh, I forgot about this. Yes, fantastic. And so the system automatically, of course, inside the project file, we also did some, let's call them hidden pages, right? Pages that are not necessarily on your main navigation, but they are in the project file and they're useful for its function. One of those, it's a order complete page. So as soon as the order was completed and processed by the payment processor, in this case Stripe, we get redirected to a successful order page that says your order is completed. And note that all this data gets taken from the actual order. So the order was placed, saved into VibraCart, saved into our admin area, and um, and all this data, like dear Davide, this is here because I entered Davide as my name in the previous step.
Oh, cool.
This is the transition ID, a live transition. This is real. We're gonna go and check out the order I just made on our dashboard in a second. So everything is live, and I also got an email with the exact same data, right? And cool thing, there's also a link that shows you a receipt right here.
Cool.
If I click on it, boom, here it is. It's a PDF they can download, and here's my receipt, and all automatic. If this is not pretty, if this is not awesome, I don't know what is.
That is cool.
Yeah. All of these stuff is generated by VibraCart Pro. And so yeah, that concludes our order walkthrough. Any questions till here?
No, not yet. So
Awesome,
I have to
fantastic.
admit, about 5 minutes into the stream, it crashed and it restarted a new stream. So I gave everyone the new URLs. So yeah, for some reason, but we got people chatting in the chat box now.
Oh, okay. No problem. Well, I guess they can rewatch the live stream later.
Yeah, exactly.
In case they missed it. Awesome.
Yeah.
And actually, let me talk a second. Like, what's the idea behind Mercury? Because when we started to think about e-commerce, right? And on my point of view, like it's something that if you guys build website for even if it's just for friends, it's very common for someone asking, how do I sell something on the internet, right? And of course, we have some services like Shopify that are very famous, and they're, and don't get me wrong, they're great apps, they're great software, they offer a great service, but part of the fact that it gets expensive pretty fast. But many of us, they don't need all those features, that like all that automatic marketing automations, and we just need to sell something online. And sometimes it gets under your, I know the feeling. Sometimes there are months that maybe you don't sell much and you still have that heavy like $99 monthly fee that you have to pay even if you didn't sell much. And some months you might even go in red, right? You sell less than what your expenses are. This would be a fantastic solution. For those of you who do not want to get subscribe in one of those plans, this is perfect. You get it once, you set it up, and it's there. It's gonna live on your server for as long as you want, and without any monthly fee you have to go with, right? And so GoEquid, our previous project file, that's great, and it really allows you to use the services. Let me get rid of this. Yeah, it really allows you to um, leverage the power of a world-class e-commerce platform, right?
Mm-hmm.
But many times you don't need that. You just don't need it. You just need to accept payment, automatically send emails on order submission with a download link, or saying we're processing your order. We'll notify you when it gets shipped, or something like it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is a great solution.
Yeah.
And we made it very, very easy to set it up. Um, Maybe I'll move
Yep. And
to the
also, I mean,
admin
some
area.
people, there are
Yeah,
a lot of people also that are doing like maybe a nonprofit that, they're not really bringing in a ton of money. And so they don't have, the expenditures to really pay for those monthly fees as well. So they are really looking for, an e-commerce solution where they don't need to pay that monthly fee. And I'm
exactly.
pretty impressed with what ViberCart does. Actually, that thank you page at the end, that was pretty impressive. There's even,
Yes, it
you
is.
know, paid services that don't allow you to do integration like that. So it's pretty slick. Very cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And the cool thing is that this is, I mean, Mercury it's a fantastic product, but still you can power it up later on,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
Like if you needed some of those marketing features that are not there, because obviously we can make some sort of differences between later on, like about why is convenient to buy Mercury, or why is it convenient to buy GoEquid. And if anybody in the chat has some specific case scenario that they want to point out and ask if it would be better to go with something like Equid or something like Mercury, go ahead. I'll be
Sure.
very
Well, why
happy
don't we
to.
dive into that now? So like
Yeah.
what would you let's say you had a sofa business, or let's say go eat simple, a t-shirt business or something like that, right? And you were selling
Hmm.
t-shirts, right?
Yeah.
Um, which product would you personally use? Would you go with ViberCard, or would you think Equid would be a better solution?
I think it's not about what you sell, it's about what kind of business you have. Because
Yes.
one thing that I really like about Equid, for instance, is that let's say you have a local store, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where you have a lot of products, and maybe you have your barcodes, and you have your, a well-structured business, like probably with bigger numbers, and with
Mm-hmm.
bigger, with a much more complex workflow in general.
Yeah.
I would suggest in that case to go with GoEquid, and the reason is, well, or Equid in general. The reason is Equid can handle in a pretty good way that stock in general, like your
Mm.
full stock. If someone gets sold online, it would automatically update your stock database. And if you sell something in store, you can even you have obviously the Equid app on your phone, and once a product, someone approaches the desk, the checkout desk in
Mm-hmm.
your store, you can with your phone just scan the QR code or the barcode or whatever
Oh,
that
so
is,
so Equid can be
and
used for in-store purchasing as well. So like you can use it.
exactly.
Oh, interesting. That's pretty powerful.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes, like it really depends what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
And but once again, like many times, we don't have a store. We don't have a physical
Yep.
store where we
Yeah.
want to, when we need everything to be integrated in a proper way. We just need to sell something online, right?
Yeah.
And so
Like
in
a
that
digital
specific
product.
case,
Do you think
yes.
ViberCart would excel for digital products?
Oh, I
Um,
think it would be fantastic.
yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Because when the I already wanted, like since the beginning, to make two different e-commerce websites, one for something like Equid, and one more on it. But it, like that, it didn't require monthly fees. But honestly, the first draft of Mercury was built with actually your PayPal stocks, right?
Hmm.
Because I wanted something smaller, and something that would be just easy to upload a product and sell it online, and that's
Yeah.
it. Then I moved on to something more like a cart that had this cart feature that maybe PayPal doesn't
Mhm.
really have.
Yeah.
And but still, there was the problem of digital products, because to
Yep.
handle all of the payment process and then generate a link that would be active just for, let's say, 10, I don't know, 10 days, a week, or a few hours. Well, that requires some more sophisticated software, right? And that's when Scott came in and said, "Hey, I made a stack that will allow you to move data from here to here and handle that and handle that. What do you think?" And I thought, man, this comes at the right time. I have Mercury on the way, and I'm looking for the best possible, no monthly fee card solution, and there it was, right, presented to me. Thank you, Scott, again. But yeah, so that kind of came at the right moment, right? And I moved that VibraCar into Mercury as soon as possible, just because of that digital product
Got
feature,
it.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Maybe it would be nice for people to see what the admin area looks like and what they can do and how easy it is to actually use it, right? And to manage
Yeah,
your
sure.
entire store.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, do you think it was clear enough, the difference between something like Equid and something like Mercury?
I think so.
Or
Yeah. I think it's, Equid is definitely built for potentially a larger store, the stock solutions,
yeah,
also, I mean, Equid does have like social purchasing, like you can like sell from, I've never
exactly,
implemented it, but you can like sell your stuff through Instagram and stuff like that from what I understand,
exactly.
which is
Not digital
pretty cool.
products though. Be careful. Yes,
Yes. Oh,
because
really? Okay.
yeah, if you're selling digital products, even with Shopify, even with the most expensive solution you can find online, you cannot sell digital products on Facebook, Instagram. It's just a policy they have.
Really?
And
I
yeah,
never knew that.
yes, surprise. And so
Wow.
be careful. Don't make promises to your clients that you just cannot fulfill. Uh,
Interesting.
so
So
yeah,
that's a policy on Facebook's side. I
yeah,
can't sell a
yeah,
digital product?
yeah. You cannot sell digital products. It has to be shipped. That's what they say.
Huh.
Well, I guess I can ship you a letter with a link where to download my products, right? But yeah, it gets kind of articulated, and
Huh.
so I don't know.
That's news to me. I even learned something new today. Interesting.
There you go. Yeah, let's jump in the admin area. If you have,
Yeah,
obviously, if you have another specific case scenario that you want to post in the chat, go ahead and do it.
sure.
Yeah, let's jump in the admin area. Let's see what it can do. Oh, actually, before we do that, want to say a couple of words about the review system?
Yeah, yeah. So here, why don't you show people the review system really quick? Why don't we
Yes,
show them?
actually, they
Because
could.
you showed that
I
it
would
was there,
invite
but you didn't
them.
really illustrate how it worked.
Yes, you're right. Let me share my screen again. I'll actually invite you to do the same thing. People listening, you could let's go to which items do we want to review? Let's say this one. Why not? So as you saw before, there's this reviews tab, right? And oh, this is a perfect product. There's no review yet. Um, so I would invite everybody or anybody that wants to do it to go. I don't know if you want to share a link in the chat of this project file, or
Okay.
doesn't matter. But pick a product, go ahead and go on the reviews tab and click on leave a review. Uh, or maybe I'll do it, and then you can explain a couple of things about this system. So let's call myself James. Why not? And my email could be info@jamessolutions.com. Why not? I will give myself 5-star review, of course, and this is a fantastic idea. I'll just submit a review. Boom. I even get a thank you note. Thank you. Yay, awesome. Now, what this does, what you just saw right there, it's not what you think. It's that is not a simple Foundation 6 form. That is actually a total CMS form uh, from the admin area. So it's not even the blog form from the content side of the website. It's an admin area, a blog form that will save all of that into inside a blog list into the admin area that we're going to go and take and check right now. So walking into the admin area here, if you try to do it, there's going to be a password, and it won't allow you to do just for the duration of these live streams. As soon as we go off, I'll make sure to remove that and allow you to walk in just with the usual password. Let me in. It's all explained.
You've been on
there,
too
don't
many of
worry.
my live streams where people were messing with me during it, haven't you?
Yes. Yes. And actually, if you walk into the admin area for the first time, there is also a small walk through the admin area that will tell you what this is, and so on and so forth.
I have to applaud you. You've done a great job on this dashboard and detailing out everything. So during a hangout, what was like, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks ago, I implemented all of this, and we kind of went through all the step-by-step process. And Davide's done a really great job in detailing out the steps on setting this and getting everything working. I had it all up and running in, it was like less than a half hour. It was probably 20 minutes or something like that. So yeah, bravo on that. You've done a really great job with these step-by-step guides.
Thank you so much. And first thing you notice, actually, it's exactly the step-by-step guide. I guarantee you, if you go step by step, and it's not going to take you a long time at all. I know it looks like a lot of text, but it turns out explaining something, it's much longer than doing it.
Yes.
I guarantee you, if you go step by step, it doesn't matter your level of expertise. I guarantee you, you'll have it up and running as soon as possible. Joe did it in 10 minutes. I've tested it with other clients and customers. They had it up and running in 15 to 30 minutes. I think that is a very manageable time for anybody to have a fully functioning e-commerce store online. And just follow the guide. It's really, everything is explained here.
Spend 30 minutes to get a full e-commerce website online? Wow, Davide.
Exactly.
I don't know about that, dude. 30 whole minutes? Jeez.
I mean, I'm really proud of this thing too. Actually, this is awesome because, of course, there's a short list of necessary stocks that you need to have to run this project. Of course, Foundation 6 plus the swatch pack, SEO helper. It really makes all the SEO magic happening. It integrates with Total CMS and auto-generates for you everything that you need, right? Offsite, this is a stock by Joe, which is sort of a iframe solution, right? That is needed to run the reviews system. So if you're not interested in the review system, I guess you can take it off. But I would. Yeah, it's a very cool system, the review system, that we're actually checking out right now. Vibracore Pro stocks that come included with the license inside with the project file. Limelight stocks and Section Pro, which are free stocks by Big White Duck. Pen stocks, which is a free stock by Joe, and it's used for edit mode organization, I want to say, because it's highly organized, like highly organized. So open the project file, you will be able to move around and understand what is what. I just can't stress that enough. It took me a long time to get that done. And of course, Total CMS, right? On top of that, there are some optional stocks that you can use to, enhance the visibility, how your website looks. Those extra stocks that you don't necessarily need to have are Parallax, Photo, Share It, and PageSec. Let's say you don't have Parallax, what do? You turn it off. And the system, what's happening in the background without you having to do anything at all, the system reverts back to a Foundation 6 solution that will make pretty much the same look of course, if you get rid of stocks, of that parallax stock, instead of a nice parallax effect on some sections, you would probably have just a static background image, and that's it, right? But the website will be fully functional anyway. And the same thing happens with photo stocks. Instead of a nice photo gallery for products, you can have standard total CMS2 gallery and so on. And for each of those, you have a full explanation right below here, so you know exactly what you're turning on or off, right? So go ahead and read it. Then a couple of tips, to make, to set it up in case you don't know how to create a MySQL database. There's a guide that I'm forwarding you also to extra guides to just make sure that it's not a problem at all for you, even if you have never done it before.
Cool.
Right. Yeah, but now let's go back on track and check
get back on track.
So I'm going to go ahead and check the reviews that came in, right? And cool. So here we have 2 reviews, one made by myself, I guess, and one made by Joe. And here they appear right in the new reviews that we got. So how does this work? If you go on the main page, right, we will notice those reviews are, which one was it? This one? Yeah, those reviews are not there. Well, why not? We just submitted them. Why are they not there? And the reason is because you probably don't want to go straight there, right? When you get a review, you probably want to check it and moderate it if it's necessary, and maybe change that 1 star to 5 star, right? And so let's see how we do that. Let's go back to our admin area, that review system, check reviews. Here they are. Let's see what Joe had to say. Click on it, and here are all Joe's information, everything that he entered in that form you saw before. We have the SKU number of the product he commented on. We have his rating. I love this chair, so comfy to read. So I think it's this is more than enough. I don't need to edit any of these, right? I like that 5 star. I like what he had to say. So everything I have to do is undraft it and publish it.
Cool. I just had a great idea for this, for that edit section. If where the email address is, just have a little link that says email this person. Like if you just want to click on it to email them and say thank you or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yes, that could be easily done. Yes,
exactly.
Totally do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be Mercury 1.3.
Yeah, there you go.
Or like instead, let's say I don't even want to check this review, right? I got the review and I can even undraft it from here, and this will be automatically being approved. And once they are approved, they move from the new reviews to the approved reviews list. And here's Joe, here's James. Now, if we go back to that item, let me clear cache just to make sure. If we go back to that item, I'm expecting to see those reviews in the review tab, and boom, here they are. Isn't that awesome?
That is awesome.
They look great. Everything works straight out of the box. So do you want to tell people how all of this works?
Yeah, it's pretty slick. So, yeah. So if you go back to the form really quick.
There you go.
Okay. And so if you click on the rating drop down, right? That's where the magic is. Like people are, I think this is the tricky part, right? Where it's like, well, how the heck did you do this? And like, so what this is I think we use tags, right? This is a tags field, I think. Or is it author? I don't remember. Whatever. Pick any of the blog fields. And basically what we did is we just pre-filled this select options with the actual, so inside your character view on your Mac, you can have stars as a character, and it has a full filled in star and the hollow star, which is exactly what we want for this, right? So all we did is we created 5 different tags with the star character, right? There we go. So yeah, it's just the star character. So a 1-star review is just the black star and 4 white stars, and so on and so forth, right? So that's all that is. So that's all that's doing is saving those stars as text into the CMS. Pretty crazy, right?
Yeah.
It's just text. And what's even more crazy is on the content side, right? Where when we're displaying those, like he has, obviously those are actual icons that he's displaying of the stars, right? If we inspect that, you'll see inside the class field, because we're using Foundation 6, we all love classes. We'll see that in the class field. Where is the?
I'm looking for it.
Oh, there it is. Tag dash. It's the article tag. Down. We use genre or tag. Yeah. Down. Right. Next 2 more down. There we go. Right there. If you look in the class field inside there, you'll see it's tag dash star. So it's just a class, and the class name has the actual stars, right? So pretty crazy. So we just said basically, had some swatches or something that said, if you have tag dash 5 black stars, then show 5 yellow SVGs, right? I mean, it's pretty ingenious, actually. When I came up with this idea, I was pretty blown away. It was pretty fun, and I'm glad we were able to do that.
Yeah,
it's pretty slick.
The story of this goes, me spending countless hours trying to figure this out by myself, and then coming to Josh say, dude, I can't do this. How would you approach it? And then and he came up with this idea, well, why don't we use the stars as the class? The code looks ridiculous. Tag dash star. Awesome. Anyway, yeah. So that's the review system. It's fantastic. I really enjoyed actually having the opportunity to put all of this together, because this is everything. This is something I would want for my store. And of course, Foundation, because I know what you're going to ask. Foundation Box, it runs on Ecwid, and I don't think I'm going to move out of Ecwid because I'm already invested into Ecwid, and it works. You don't touch things that already work unless there was a reason, of course.
Yeah.
Having no monthly fee, it's definitely a good reason. But for the way everything works out with GoEquid, I don't think I'm going to move to something like Mercury in the short term. But for you guys that are looking for e-commerce solution, and this is a fantastic one. For instance, this review system, Ecwid cannot do it. You cannot, and you cannot review natively a product on Ecwid. You just can't. You can add it to your favorites, maybe, but definitely not review it. Maybe there's a chance to download some external plugin. I don't know, but you would have to check it out.
Could you take this review system that we've built into, or you built into Mercury, and put it inside GoEquid? Would that be possible if someone had both and they could? No. Oh, okay.
No. You can definitely, let's say you want this feature, right? You want to have an e-commerce with no monthly fees, but you don't like the look of Mercury. Maybe you want to just get the system and put in your existing project file. That's totally possible. I would recommend, in case you want to do that, to get in touch with me, because I could assist you and tell you exactly what are the things you have to move, and maybe what things you would have to take care of, maybe. But it's not a big deal. It's just about selecting the correct pages, and move them to the project that you desire to have them. Cool. I actually talked with Josh the other day, and he was mentioning that he wanted to make a video doing exactly what I just said. getting the system and put it into an existing project file. So yeah, maybe he's gonna take care of it.
Cool.
Who knows?
Yeah. Sweet.
Just out of, because I understand how all of these can get complex, and maybe you're thinking, oh, I don't know if I have the skill to get this up and running or operated. Well, let me tell you, the blog section of this project file is a fantastic way to get to know this project file. It's a tutorial page full of guides that you can follow. I mean, there are a couple of like 5 reasons to fall in love with Mercury. Yeah, this is not a tutorial, obviously. It's just something that just tells you basically what we are talking about right now, right? The e-commerce is, review system, beautiful admin area, blogging system, full SEO control, and yeah. But all the others, like how this is built, add your first product to your page. This is literally a step-by-step guide that we can do right now, right? To upload your product and publish. I mean, there's images. I think you're gonna enjoy very much using Mercury. It's very well documented, and and actually it's been interesting because I launched Mercury, I want to say 2 weeks ago, and there's been a lot of activities on the forums about Mercury, because once again, e-commerce with no monthly fee makes noise, right?
Yep, exactly.
And so people were asking what the limits are, right? And a couple of you posted some really specific case scenarios. There was someone on a forum saying that he needed like specific feature. He also needed a checkout, a text field that you can enter some text to be engraved in your product that you would purchase, right? And I was not sure about that one, so I got in contact with Adrian. Say, hey, we have this case scenario. Do you think it's possible? He said, yeah, of course it's possible. And every question I throw at him, he goes, yeah, sure.
Yeah, we can do that.
And yeah, and so a part of the foundation box support that is always there, of course. You also have Adrian, which is, I believe it's one of the best supports I've ever had. Like, he gets back at me, like, and I had this conversation with a lot of people, and they all like come in with the same feedback, and in a matter of hours. And if you're actually talking with it, like, you can answer to his email, and his response comes in like 5 seconds later. It's pretty awesome. So if you're thinking about doing something for yourself, like an e-commerce for yourself, your clients, this is a wow solution. I think it's something that you should definitely think about and give it a chance. Yeah, there was even a tutorial on how to create your MySQL database, which, by the way, it's much simpler than you think. If you've never done it before, just follow the guide. Yeah, and so full of tutorials. I'm really happy to keep updating the tutorial page here. If I see that there's something that is not clear enough or intuitive enough, let me know. I'm very happy to put an extra tutorial in here.
Sweet.
Shall we try to upload a product to see how easy that is?
Yeah. We didn't even do that. Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Yeah. Let's go to our admin area again. And what you would do, just before doing that, here is your SEO Center, by the way, which allows you to control the full SEO of all your pages and so on. You can even upload your sharing preview if you're curious what SEO Center is. But yeah, store, add product, very easy. So when we start adding a product, we get this step 1. It's a step-by-step, again, a step-by-step process that will guide you through all the steps you have to take. Now, in this step one, you only have this Vibra card. This is completely powered. This is what you're looking at. It's an iframe that takes part of the Vibra card dashboard and imports it into your website dashboard to allow you to do everything from the same place. It's really convenient. It's fantastic. You see there are different steps. If you click on them, nothing will happen because we really need to get this step one done first, right? So, and everything we're gonna have to do is enter a product ID or a SKU number, depending how you call it. And out of my heart, there was no way for me to actually write it there, but this is a SKU number, right? So no spaces. Like make sure you don't enter like this space is a chair. That won't work. I really recommend to enter no space or use dashes, right? So let's say I actually prepare a product here. What's the name of this chair? Ecommerce tapis. Okay, so the name of the chair it's called Ecommerce tapis. There. So instead of the blank space, I entered a dash. That's fine. Just don't do this. This will not work. Good. Let's call it this chair. Huh. Let's not be redundant. Let's pick a price. Let's do 150. Why not? I'll upload an image. Oh no, I have to look for that image first. Let's use this one. There you go. And upload. Done. You can set a minimum quantity, a maximum quantity that people can buy, and maybe we check some options later to see how cool VibraCard Pro is, right? But let's leave it like that for now. And I click Save and go to Step 2 button. Boom. Once that's clicked, I am now into Step 2 automatically. The data that was contained in VibraCard Pro in that Step 1 gets automatically moved to the Step 2 into Total CMS. So what we're looking at right now, it's not VibraCard anymore. We're now looking at our Total CMS, the app that we all love. Thank you, Joe. And so we have that title that we enter in Step 1 already here in Step 2. Same thing with price. I can enter a short description that will be, as you read here in the notes, it will be also used for SEO purposes. Let me look for some ipsum text. Yes, there you go. Maybe I will keep it probably shorter here. Yeah, let's get rid of this. For the main image, I will upload again the same image that I just uploaded.
Now, why do we have to add the image twice?
I didn't find, honestly, the way. I wanted to give more control over this because the first image will be used as a preview image inside the cart, right?
Exactly, yeah.
And so, this image will be used inside the post, your product post. That's why they might be different. You maybe want to have a square one for your car and a different. I don't know. Like I'm using the same picture here. It would work exactly with the same picture in the same way. It's not a problem. But maybe you want to have that flexibility of having two different pictures. So I think it's a good idea to have two of them.
Yep.
Yep. Then we move to Step 3, where we enter just the full description. I'll just put the same ipsum text, and yeah, that's fine. We can have a gallery, of course, of products, so I can enter all the images I want. I have a few here of the same chair. There you go. I can set categories. This is actually that chair. I also have the category of sofas before. As a brand, we can do, let's do Weavers space, why not? Tags. For this demo website that you're looking at, I use tags as a sort of materials, so just to describe what materials are, but you can use it any way you want. Honestly, I'm gonna go with, I don't know, cotton, some steel, whatever, and wood. Why not? Yes. There you go. Here is where I would set it as featured, because maybe I want to see it on the homepage, right? Because it's the new product, and I want it to be more visible than others. So I would go featured. You can also set it on sale. And what this would do is when people hover that product, there was going to be like some sort of label that says this product is on sale, and or set it as out of stock. And what these would do would just take it off your product list, right? And just as you would expect, right? Let's go ahead and publish, see if everything goes right. Yes, nice. And well, let's go and check on the live website what's the product of what we just did. It's right there.
Boom.
There you go. Here's our new product. Looks spectacular, of course. Obviously, well, here I'm using PNGs, right? Like, to be completely fair for this purpose. If you throw in a JPG image, that would work just the same. Just you wouldn't have this cool look, transparency. Your image would just take the entire space of the PNG, right? So yeah, don't worry about this. This looks very cool. I like it. I would honestly recommend. It's not that difficult to take backgrounds away from picture. I think you have a live stream about it, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it's really easy. So if you want to have exactly the same look of this of what I just did, everything you have to do is go on one of those websites that remove the background for you, click a button, and you're done. Which is, by the way, exactly what I did with this chair. Yeah. So here is our automated, right, store product. These breadcrumbs get automatically generated for you. It's a way to navigate the store in the category chair, and this is and of course, if you click on chair, it will show you all the chairs, our tags, information, description. Of course, there's no review because we just updated this product, and yeah, and the price we selected, and if we add to cart, here it is.
Awesome. So professional.
And that was pretty easy, right?
Love it, dude.
Yep. This is the shared stock, the optional stock that you saw before in the admin area. If I select, I don't know if you can see it, but no, I don't think you can see it.
Nope.
Yeah. Well, try it.
It opens up a new window so you can share that on Facebook. Yeah. And then it grabs all the Open Graph metadata, and then it injects all that onto the Facebook posts. And obviously all that Open Graph metadata is derived from the data you just typed into the admin area for that product. So it's really slick.
Yeah. And show is not over. Give me a second. So I'm back on the admin area. Let's now go a little farther away, and let's try to. Do we have time? Are we terribly late?
Yeah, we got time.
Yeah. So let's say let's go a little bit farther with VibraCard Pro, right? And let's try to add some options to the products, because maybe we have options. So where I'm at here, I'm in the edit products. So this is a beautiful admin area again. Like this is all your products in your store are listed here in this beautiful setup, very clear, very intuitive again. And let's take the chair. I just updated my EMS tapiz, and let's start editing it. So I'm prompted again with my step 1, and let's add some option. Cool thing, you can just say this product has options, right? And you can enter here the name of your option. Like this could be, you want to have a color option, color, right? And you enter your colors. Let's say I think I have a brown one, and maybe a gray one, and a white one. Yeah, yeah. And I just hit save changes. Great. Now that I entered those color, in these option specific prices, I can even set a specific price adjustment for those colors. Let's say my white one is my base color, right? And if you want it gray, you need to add $30, and if you want it brown, you have to add $60 or something like it. And I can save those changes, and let's go back to our, let's go back to our live site and see if those changes are there already. And boom, here we are. So because I just added some options to my product, now above the add to cart button, I have this color option that allow me to just do what I just did. So if I want it white, there's no extra charge on the 150. If I want it brown, it's going to cost me $60 more. So when I add it to my cart, you see there is the previous one that I added with just white, no extras, right? And it's $150. And this one that says Emama piece, color brown, and automatically adds those extra $60 up to $210, and so on and so forth. You can add, I think it's up to 7 different options on these VibraCart. So you can keep adding options. So maybe you have the color, and you also have, I don't know, size, right? And you have small, you have medium, and you have large. I don't know. There you go. But yeah, you can go. You got the idea, right?
Yep.
And for digital content, here is where you would say, yes, it's digital. Enter the link of where the file is, and VibraCart will manage the entire thing for you. Shipping units, same thing. You can select inside VibraCart Pro. Actually, we could potentially go into VibraCart Pro and check how that looks like, right? You can manage many things that like in the maintenance of your website, when you have to manage your entire store. I don't think you will need to get actually into VibraCart, because pretty much everything is done from your admin area. But for the first setup, there are a couple of things like your email address, where you want to get notifications and all that stuff. Of course, you have to get into VibraCart Pro, and this is where you would do it. Right? Let's click on it. You get prompted to the dashboard of VibraCart Pro, and as you can see here, we have a bunch of in this dashboard, we have the order section where all your orders will be listed. So if you want to check a specific one, yeah, I believe this was the one that I did before. Yes, and yeah, here's all your order details and so on. Here's the list of your products. Here you can manage all your discounts and so on if you want to have discounts. Collect taxes if you collect taxes, and so on and so forth. Shipping is actually, I did some experiment with shipping because I was curious how VibraCart handles shipments. And what I did, I just created a couple of rules, one for within USA and one for international shipments. Both of them are turned off right now, so you won't see them live, but you can edit them, and this is what you would look. I call this within USA. I wanted this, and there are many options. This is really fantastic and very personalizable. I choose to have a fixed shipping cost per shipping unit. So I set that cost to be $29.90, meaning if you order 4 chairs, right? If I enable this rule and you order 4 chairs, the shipment will cost you $29.90 per 4 chair, right?
Per chair, you mean?
Per chair unit, yes, exactly. You can set even even shipping option. This is fantastic. I mean, you can say that it doesn't matter. The minimum shipping cost is going to be $49.90. So if you just order 1 chair, of course, the shipping per unit it's $29.90, but the minimum shipping cost is $49.90. So $49.90 it's what the shipping will be for 1 chair, right? And there's a maximum shipping cost. So let's say you buy 9,000 chair, right? The maximum shipping cost that you can accumulate with all those chairs is going to be $4.99. And I can also select a free shipping above a $5,000 order, right? Or, yeah, of course, you have full control over this. I'm not going to turn it on, but it's just to show how incredible VibraCart is. And,
very cool.
I mean, yeah, it is. And yeah, there are many other things, configuration. In this section, you will be asked to enter all your data, where you want the site email and so on, your time zone, the payment processor you want to use, your currencies, card limits, page and email templates. Actually, email templates is a cool feature of Mercury. With the project file itself, I also shipping an email template built with email stocks that you don't actually need to have the stocks if you only want to use the email template within your website. But if you want to use it for the entire VibraCart, then you would have to publish that project file. There's a tutorial for it, don't worry. And in that case, to be able to publish that project file, you will need to have, obviously, email stocks. And I really recommend you to have them. They're great, and you can design email templates, right?
Very cool.
And yeah, this is a very. I'll stop sharing my screen now. I think we are pretty much. We have an idea of what Mercury can do.
Yeah. 100%.
But yeah, very powerful. I was very impressed with VibraCart Pro as a software. Good job, Adrian, there. And I love that you can just mix everything with Total CMS, and the final product is remarkable. I'm really happy with Mercury.
Oh, another cool little benefit that we added for this project was in PageSafe. Actually, I added single sign-on between PageSafe and VibraCart.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So that's pretty cool, because before you had to like manage a separate login for VibraCart. And yes, actually another one Scott helped out with. Scott was the middleman between me and Adrian because he really wanted this. So yeah, he helped, work with Adrian and myself to get this single sign-on between VibraCart and PageSafe, which is actually pretty cool. And after I used it, I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. So
yes.
So yeah, very slick.
Yeah.
Sweet, dude. So what's next?
What's next?
Yeah.
Should I go for it? No. What's next? We have a couple of projects coming up soon. I just wanted to give Mercury the time it needed to be online and noticed. Once again, really proud of it. Next project file is gonna be a simple one. It's gonna be a beautiful blog-centered project file. For people who write, for people who want a blog, for writers, for content creators, and it's I shouldn't say the name because then I know people would just go look for it, and it's not protected yet. So yeah, there's a beautiful blog coming out soon, and after that there's another project that we put together, just sketching, right? And so that's gonna be cool. There are a couple of projects in like ready, not ready. Like the blog one is 90% ready. I think it could come out very soon. Just a matter of writing tutorials and so on.
Sweet, very cool, dude. So where can people find out more about you?
Well, of course, as you know, foundationbox.studio, that's the website. You can find there these Mercury, Go Equid, as well as all our previous releases. They're all really cool. And once again, thank you all of you for the support. It's been fantastic. I love hearing your feedback. And many of you are really into this kind of project, and they really use them. I saw many different projects, like published website done with my project files, and I'm really happy to be part of those. And especially because those customers, they're really active, and they really send nice feedbacks, and and I'm happy to keep supporting those. So yeah,
very cool. And also check, Davide's got a space out on the Weaver Space community. You know, on the sidebar, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, there's the Friends of Weaver Space. Check out Foundation Box Studios there. That's kind of Davide's space. So I'm always in there helping out too when I can. But yeah, if you're using his project files, you can post there, and he watches that space as well. So
I would actually recommend to consider Weaver Space, our Foundation Box space, as our main support channel, because a part of having, of course, me checking constantly that that space, you have the help of many other people, and many questions that you may have could be answered by many other people. So just for the fastest possible way to get back at you, Weaver Space.
Sweet. Well, thanks, Davide. I really appreciate you coming on today and showing off Mercury. It's awesome. Another great one from you, dude. Bravo.
Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you so much.
Take care, everyone.
Bye, Joe. Bye, everybody.
We'll see you on Friday at the Hangout. Hopefully, Davide will be there, and we'll see you all then. Take care. Bye, everyone.